Hello, people. Nice day. My name is Ricardo. I will be host for today. Uh, TalkTalk is a language platform. uh, besides English, there are a lot of different languages like French, Spanish, Italian, Chinese. Uh, I'm a host. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a host. I'm just a student. So the purpose of this platform it's let the English fluently and we reach this goal uh, using practicing this idiom today English, but as I told you could do the same for another language. So today I'm with Marcio and other students. Hello, Marcio. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
Sure, Ricardo. Good morning again. I'm Márcio Romualdo. I'm 43 years old. I'm married. I have three daughters. Um, I'm a security network engineer. I'm graduated in computer network. I have been here in Talk and Talk since February this year. So my goal here in this platform it's improve my English, my comprehensible listening, and my conversation, of course.
Great.
uh, Outside my studies, my work, my personal life, I love traveling with my family, sometimes alone uh, for business. Um, I love workout. Uh, when I have a time, I go to the gym uh, for 3 times, 4 times per week. When I have a time too, I am trying running on the street because I love running on the street.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes, yes. Um, Sometimes I love play video game with my daughters or with my nephews, uh, with my friends too, reading good books.
That's
So
nice.
for me, and every single day, sorry, every week, I go to the church too. Every Sunday and Monday too because I have an appointment every Monday. That's it, Ricardo. About me, it is.
Perfect, my friend. Well, I just let me say some words about me. I'm married. I have a daughter. I live at São Vicente, first city for Brazil, and I work in telecommunications area, IT area nowadays. Every people used to say IT. uh, And yeah, I love watching movies, got with my friends, family. Different from you, Marshall. I hate to exercise, go to the gym. That stuffs. I usually go because it's important, unfortunately. But I used to say that my body keep it actually up. My my body go to the gym, but my soul keep it in my house, eat candies and watch Netflix or doesn't matter what happened. So today I'm going to discussing regarding some moral advances or not, depends on the perspective, regarding always this fight between the scientific advances and the moral. Sometimes the word improve, gain more knowledge regarding scientific stuffs, but in the same time, That's weird, because you could see on our planet a lot of advances. The guys we or are releasing rockets to the space, but besides of that, there are a lot of problems. So in this case, please, Marcio, could you read and answer the question number one?
Yes, Ricardo. Uh, why has science advanced so quickly while moral progress seems lower? Man, it is a good question, but let me try answer. My opinion, maybe because the moral uh, keep the traditional habits, the people, okay? On the other hand, the science needed extrapolate the limits to development, okay? So it is not necessary walk on the same speed, in my opinion. For example, there are many discoveries the science that not ap, ap, applicable on the woman lives, in my opinion. So there are a limit the money, there are a limit moral, there are a limit the beliefs, the crenças, etc. So in my opinion, this answer stay in between the the points. That's it, Ricardo.
Great, my friend. Well, sincerely, I don't know what kind of thing happened, but well, one of the reasons, in my opinion, could be because advances on the sciences side, technology, other stuffs, and the moral advances is not connected to each other. Uh, a person uh, could have a lot of knowledge, but uh, it's not exactly a honest person. So that's weird sometimes, because the perspective it's when do you receive more knowledge, receive more, uh, yeah, know regarding certain knowledges, normally this person became more honest. So it's common when you
I agree.
observe, uh, when you observe, for example, countries that have education is a priority, there are problems. Certainly, there are moral problems. There are um, uh, adjustments, not adjustments regarding different stuffs, but it's common. uh, when this person receive more education, this person, because sometimes during this process, particular at the schools, uh, the it's not exactly the paper, the purpose of the teacher. The teacher should uh, teach regarding science, maths, and other stuffs. And normally, the the is to, for example, receive moral knowledge, moral values from your parents. So, but yeah, it's happened when you have a teacher. This person is sound like example. Uh, that's the problem. One of the problems because teachers are humans too. So they commit mistakes sometimes, but I believe that uh, it's possible to teach regarding good values on the schools. But certainly, the most important responsible for moral ethics and this kind of values are the parents. So that's it. I believe that sometimes, for example, this person receive a lot of good values, but create a company, and this company, I don't like to connect the money to good values. I don't like because uh, I don't know. I believe that, for example, a dishonest person could be a policeman, uh, owner company, or any kind of things. It's not exactly connected. So in this case, you could see a poor guy and steal someone, or a rich guy steal someone. So that's it. Let me uh, sh choose. Let me skip for the next one. Number two. Do you think scientific discoveries are always used for the benefit of humanity?
No,
Ah.
no, I totally disagree. Okay,
Ah,
okay. Go ahead.
no problem, my friend. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, all the time, I don't believe. Uh, should be, but it's not. For example, uh, I would like to tell you regarding a more simple things. For example, a bus. Uh, the guy is a owner from a company, and the suddenly uh, a city, a mayor, uh, make a contract, hide the services. So I believe that this company wanted to let the profit uh, higher as possible. So in this case, for example, during a certain period during the day, the guy could put more buses working on or not. So in this case, for example, I understand there are some limits, but for the hand, for example, it's 6 o'clock p.m. Or doesn't matter at the morning or at night. Uh, there are normally on the cities that's a rush hour. The most part of the people use this transportation in this period. So in this case, it's not expected from this company that there are there it's not possible for any kind of situation like that. The guys don't put the maximum number of the buses uh, on the streets. So, but is a conflict because uh, the guy receive money. So, from this perspective, so in this case, I believe that the profit is should be connected directly on on the quality of service, particularly in this case, when you talk regarding social services. So in this case, I believe that, but the guys normally hard and they don't pay attention on these things. It's not exactly a situation that, oh, is I don't pay attention sometimes. Sometimes it's just wanted to receive more money, and this guy, for example, could offer more money for this guy because of the bribe, for example. So unfortunately, happened, particularly in Brazil. How about you, Marcio?
In my opinion, Ricardo, most of the time, no. Not only bad things, okay? But mas commercial things. For example, the uh, ER or our, in English, my gosh, AI, sorry.
Sure.
AI, for example, the big discover, big creation, the woman's, but most of the time the AI
Sure.
doesn't use it for the good things, okay? There are many persons that use AI for application, I don't know, GOPS in English, or, for example, recently, to 1 week ago, the Itaú Bank, okay,
Mm-hmm.
uh, how do you say? Okay, it's polemic, but demitiu, né?
Yeah. Fired.
1,000. Huh? Sorry?
Fired.
Fired, né? Fired 1,000 collaborates, okay?
Sure.
So, one of the allegations is without productivity, okay? Okay, this is another point. But in this case, Itaú Bank used AI, okay?
Yeah.
Type AI, okay. For me, needed the more debate about this point, etc. e tal. For example, the weapons, the big weapons, armas, okay?
Yeah.
Most of the time, the woman doesn't use the weapons for the good things, but most of the time for the best things. For example, many discovers the do you remember cura in English? I
Cure.
don't. Curie,
Cure.
Curie on the wars, né? In this development. So depends because the woman is very uh, I don't know this word ganancioso. I don't know this word in English.
I
So
forgot.
it is a problem, né? Ganancioso. Uh, I don't know. No problem. So there are many discoveries, okay, many discoveries in many areas, medicine, in engineer, um, technology, but uh, most the discoveries doesn't use it for the good things. Most of the time for the personal interest or bad interest. Okay, that's it, Ricardo. This is a good question. Okay, and we needed more time to discuss in deeply concepts, etc. But that's it.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, is that's of course. So let me answer too. Actually, let me move for another question, my friend. Ready to answer question number three, please.
Okay. Uh, can technology solve ethical problems, or are they beyond science? Uh, no, no, because assim, okay, the technology is capacity, okay, totally capacity that you resolve because nowadays there are many frameworks, there are many rules uh, eh, that possible solve many problems, okay. But in another point, there are a moral question to science, to personal life, etc. Uh, that depended the political decisions, for example, or beliefs, or knowledge, etc. So, in my opinion, technology is totally capacity de solve this type of problems, okay? Because the frameworks, because the good laws, in my opinion, etc. But in another point, there are one fail point. The woman. The woman is a big problem. The big problem about this. Uh, there are award the interest between uh, powers, politicals, private companies, big companies, etc., etc. So there are conflict, interest conflict, in my opinion. For me,
Yeah,
it is a problem.
sure. I consider uh, technology is a tool. So in this case, I could mention, for example, a knife. The guy could use a knife to cut a bread and share it with another person, a hungry person, or you could use this knife to kill someone. So the problem is the person, not the instrument, the tool. I could mention, for example, uh, the guy could use technology to solve, not to solve, but avoid ethical situations. So, in this case, for example, the guy could use, for example, technology to discover uh, problems in a govern, for example. Suddenly, the guy could want to receive bribes in a budget or something like that, and using IA, for example, or another kind of instrument, avoid. If you, for example, have more control, you could, for example, mention a worksheet, Excel, or for example. A long time ago, the guy have just taken notes in the paper. uh, So in this case, oh, the guy could discover problems, but using, for example, a worksheet is Excel, for example, is better to understand the current scenario and try to avoid or try to stop uh, this kind of thing. Or the other hand, uh, the guys could use technology stuffs and other stuffs to commit crimes or mistakes. So uh, suddenly, a guy, for example, it's common. Every single Brazilian receive one or two calls by day, uh, and these persons have a kind of access. So these guys know your IDs, uh, any kind of information about you, and suddenly the guy, do you receive a phone call? This person have access to all of details about your life, your complete name, your IDs, and suddenly a lot of people. I always think about it. If you receive two phone calls by day from uh, have this purpose, certainly these persons receive a lot of money. So and the guys are using a long time ago a piece of paper to try to commit crimes. A golden lottery is a common uh, uh, mistake that the guys used to do in the past. And today is different. Today the guy use the current tools. For example, we are simulating a person and the requesting money. So always there is there is a human uh, moving this scenario and try to commit crimes. So the problem is not the tool, in my opinion. The problem is the human, the bad human, because
And I
there are
totally agree with you.
people using technology to help to, so
Yes.
it's a problem. Well, could you answer another question, my friend?
Uh, I chose another question.
Doesn't
I
matter
chose.
if you choose the next or any kind of another question or create one if you want.
Uh, okay. No. Mm. Huh. The question number 8.
Great, my friend.
How can governments balance innovation with ethical considerations? Huh. So
I always think in our country, my
it is
friend.
a problem because most of the governments includes the three powers in Brazil, for example. Okay, many have a many interest in the personal interest, in my opinion. So in our case, Brazil, okay, there
Unfortunately.
are ideologic think, okay. There are a side, in my opinion, okay, because this ethical considerations on are on the trash, in my opinion, nowadays in all the subjects, okay. Uh, because since in my opinion, since 2016, 16, 15, 20, 2015, the Brazil, for example, between we know within in a polarization situation, okay, since the 2015, when Dilma Rousseff outside the government, okay, left, né? Left the government. After this, all the things change here in a politic in a no, just your just say oh, I forgot o que eu ia falar.
Don't worry, my friend.
Yes, just say system here in Brazil. So it's very complicated this this point uh, doesn't doesn't have, in my opinion, balance between innovation with ethical here. For example, nowadays uh, is a large discussions in a Congress the social media controls, for example. Okay, social media controls. There are another things, the embryons manipulation, etc., etc. So there are many points, but I would like the freeze in this point, the current uh, Brazil government and media social subject and another points about ethical considerations. Okay, that's it, Ricardo. A good question. We have a good example here in Brazil.
Sure. Sure.
about this?
Yeah. Well, on Brazil, I could mention any kind of another parts of our world, any kind of country, but essentially Brazil should be the worst or one of the worst regarding the situation. Uh, when you are a suspicious person, uh,
Mm.
or a person that don't believe in any kind of thing, sometimes in another country, a person should be, or a person could you tell you, oh, you are a maniac. Doesn't matter. Relax, my friend. Uh, It's not necessary you have this kind of behavior. So on Brazil, uh, when you unbelieve in any kind of things, is an obligation. It's an obligation. Uh, and for example, uh, a simple situation, for example, using cell phone on the streets. The purpose
Yes.
of you have a cell phone, it's receive phone calls on the streets, outside of your house. Because if you don't answer or make calls on the streets, it's no sense. Because in this case, it's not necessary to buy a cell phone. You keep the regular phone, the fixed phone in your house. So I want to say that if you want walk on the streets and receive a phone call and you answer this phone and someone, for example, steal your cell phone, a lot of people uh, telling things for you. For example, oh, you are a shy person, or I know, I forgot the innocent person. Yeah. Oh,
Whatever.
yeah, naive. Oh, you are a naive person. It's not possible to walk on the streets this way. So, yeah, you have to face the reality. And suddenly, if you this uh, specific part of your seat have a lot of violence, uh, so in this case, it's necessary you pay attention. For the other hand, it's not a crime answer a phone call on the streets. No? So some time ago, I was driving in a highway in my region, and I was arriving at my city and passed for a region, and suddenly appears three guys using guns. Uh, and I think, wow, what kind of thing I should do? Uh, uh, so on that time, I just continue driving and pass for these three guys. But uh, one of these guys, for example, could shoot in my car, injuring me or my wife or my daughter. So, so in this case, what kind of thing you should do on situations like that? I don't know. Uh, I listened to some guys told, oh, you are you had the better attitude on that time. So, but if the guy shoot in my car uh, and the injury me or another person, you could listen. Oh, you commit a mistake, my friend. You have at that time is in situations like that it's necessary to stop the car. So and try to talk with these guys or something like that. So suddenly I could uh, uh, change the situation, and you are the is not a wrong person, not the guys that thieves and the other stuff. So I'm not sure if you, so I'm a clear person when I talk regarding the situations, but one of the policemen recommend you, oh, don't use cell phones or don't use jewels or any kind of thing. That's so weird, man. So in this case, I believe that governments have to use technology to let uh, the things better. So cameras and other stuffs, unfortunately, is necessary to control uh, the violence in those things. So this case, another again, the problem is the humans, not the technology, in my opinion. That's it. So
Good answer.
I don't know. Let me skip for the next one. Do you think humanity is morally prepared to handle the power of modern science? No, unfortunately, no. But yeah, doesn't matter. No? The guys, the the mankind produce technology all of the day. Uh, the guys are making researches every day. And there are scientists create technology and the other things. The the immersion is regarding technology and not the computer science. For example, the guys are creating technologies in, for example, biological sector too, clones and the other stuff. So I could mention essentially, I don't see clear the mankind uh, became a better persons, not all the time, but yeah, there are bad persons or good persons. So suddenly a person uh, couldn't use this kind of technology for good results for the in purpose of let the mankind or the world a better place. Sometimes not. So I believe that is important. For example, on the schools, the guys are investing in money in education, so the people receive more knowledge regarding maths and the other stuffs, artificial intelligence. So in the different robotics and the others, robots and other stuffs. But I consider good if you on the schools is not the main responsible, but it's important on the schools. The guys pass good messages, pass good values for the kids, because when you receive good values during on your childhood, normally the perspective as the guy became a better adult. So that's it. How about you, Marcio? Question number 9.
Man,
It's
complicated.
hard. It's
It's
tough.
hard. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, Depends. In my opinion, yes, the you humanity have a prepare for the moral, but doesn't want, my opinion, doesn't want because the most of problem nowadays is the the interest conflict, the culture, the power. The power is a problem. The power is a problem. All the persons you'd like have more power in your job, on government, etc. The power corrompt the heart. The
Yeah.
power corrompt the heart. Okay, is a problem because imagine if you create a new things, uh, if you create new things, my gosh, I forgot this word. Significa
Mean.
mean, yes, oh, mean that you uh, totally capable, capaz that manipulate this thing. Okay, for example, the humanity create the atomic bomb is have are capable to handle this
Sure.
type the weapon. Okay, for example, robotic. There are brilliant creations in robotic. For example, in our industry, automobilistic industry, for example, create cars in production with robots. So doesn't matter the type, the things. In my opinion, with the woman create a thing is because is capable the handle this type of thing. So what is the problem? So is the interest, is the intention, is the moral, the moral question is a problem here, okay? Because the woman is ambitions a lot, is
Yeah.
ambitions a lot. Okay, for example, nowadays, imagine the scientists discover the uh, AIDS cure, for example, AIDS cure. One pill and you curing. Oh my gosh, the big discovery. I don't know with the pharmaceutical companies or government companies, uh, you'd, uh, uh, iria, would, uh,
You'd be.
the, you'd be
You'd be-
distribution this pill for the all the things six with the six. You understand me?
Yeah, yeah.
Depends. The woman is a lot ambitions. Think in your personal cause. Very complicated, Ricardo. Very
Sure,
complicated.
sure,
The moral questions is very complicated.
sure,
Very
sure.
complicated.
Well, let me say goodbye for people